Hello, my name is Bibi Shimba from La République démocratique du Congo. I'm reading for the role of MarieBelle. I always felt we were very like Jacqueline Rogue and Pablo Picasso. Jacqueline and Pablo were a bit closer in age than we were, of course. He brought me a rose every day for weeks before I agreed to have our real first rendezvous. The same as Picasso did with Jacqueline. And we had our mariage in Valorie on 2 mars, exactly comme Picasso et Jacqueline.
You were his student?
Not officially at first. I was working at La Sorbonne, and in the building I was teaching. I was not a student, but he took a very serious interest in me.
I'll bet.
My parents sent me to Paris from Senegal to find a better life. I was 15 and I lived with my mother's cousin, who was la femme de ménage, a cleaner at La Sorbonne. She got me a job cleaning, and I was there he found me and believed in me. He taught me how to study and learn. He gave me my life. And in return, I gave him new life, extra life, maybe 20 years of extra life. I am sure we were sent to each other by God's plan, le plan de Dieu, le destin. And in an earlier life, we were lovers or married or maybe sister and brother, something enormous. When we first met, I spoke with a very heavy accent.
Well, that's gone now.
In French, not so bad. My English still has a little accent, no?
A little. And you became a student officially.
After a few years, yes, you organized that for me.
But you were more than that. More than just a teacher and a student.
Oh, can there be more than that?
So true. How old was he when, you moved in here?
I was 17. He was 79.
He was 62 when you were born.
I know, he's amazing.
This may seem out of left field, but were you with him when he died?
Not exactly with him, but he was.
Did he, die in your arms?
Oui. He loves peonies. He loves this flower.
But see, I didn't know that. And he was so happy. And I got so happy, and I could see that he was really glad that I was home, here, with him. And I felt just that. Happy to be here, to be home.
And you made passionate love.
And we made passionate love 3 times. And afterwards I painted that bad painting.
And he loved it.
And he loved it. You're not jealous at all hearing this, are you?
Mais non, pas du tout. Why should I be jealous?
Well, you've got a house full of women who he presumably loved and who presumably loved him.
But I love this. This makes me happy.
It does?
And it makes him happy too.
It does? He told you this? He gave you a sign, like some little tickly kind of thing?
We talked about this when he was alive. He asked me to bring you here, to bring you all together. I thought Janice was,
Out the window.
That's what I thought. And poor Maxine.
Poor Maxine. Who's Maxine?
Maxine was married to him when I was his student.
Maxine. He was married to a Maxine when you...
Oui, c'est ça. La pauvre Maxine.
Oh. Oh, you and he hooked up while he... Did poor Maxine...
Mais non, absolument pas. Au contraire. She was shot in a bank robbery. The police shot her many times.
She was robbing a bank?
Mais non, she was cashing a check. It was a terrible accident.
The police shot her.
So tragic. She was between the police and the robber, and so terrible.
And he was legally married to this poor Maxine?
He was. She was beautiful and très intelligente.
And you loved her?
He loved her very much.
Was Maxine French or American?
Les deux. Half this and the other half that. Her mother was French and her father an American businessman, l'homme d'affaires.
Did you know her, like personally?
Very well. I was their babysitter.
They had a baby?
Maxine's baby from a previous marriage, a sweet little girl named Amanda.
Where is she now, this Amanda?
It's terrible, I hate to tell you.
She was with her mother cashing the check.
Exactly. It was terrible.
Not a nice story. Was he married with anyone else before Maxine?
There was Jennifer. Did you know her?
I did not know Jennifer, did you?
Oui, par réputation. Jennifer was a jazz singer, quite connue. Not exactly famous, but quite, how do you say, well known. Quite well known in France.
And where's Jennifer now?
I couldn't find her. I know she married someone in California, but that was a long while ago. I don't know where she is. I sent an invitation to his funeral to her last address, but it came back marked recipient unknown.
Anybody else?
Sorry?
Anybody else he was married to? He seems to have been a serial groom.
Je ne l'ai pas compris.
Was he married to any other women?
Ah, he lived a while with Muriel, Louise. They were not legally married, just hot lovers.
Oh, they were just hot lovers. Hot. None of this bothers you?
I don't understand what you are asking.
None of this makes you feel jealous or makes you feel that your time with him was maybe less important to him than it was to you?
Mais non, pas du tout. He loves me very deeply and I love him very deeply. We are, as I said, very much like Picasso and Jacqueline. Lovers forever. He's easy to love.
Obviously, many people of female persuasion agree with you, and you're never jealous of his other women, or angry, or both.
Why should I be jealous or angry with people who loved him?
I don't know. There was a whole lot of sharing going on. The sharing didn't even bother you?
Pas du tout. Not at all.
So, did you and he do a little sharing when you were together?
We did, of course. It's natural.
And sharing never bothered you, not even a little?
But if we were not sharing and we only had each other and no one else, wouldn't we become un petit peu tired of each other?
So he was okay sharing you with other men?
Oh, he insisted on this. Sometimes I would lie and pretend there were other men, even when there were nobody. I know, I did that. I did that, mon amour. I did. I know, I'm such a little devil. Arrête! Arrête, c'est pas juste! Arrête, mon amour! Arrête, mon amour. Janice is here. He says hello, Janice. He's very glad you're here with us.
He is?
Mais oui, bien sûr, he loves you.
He does.
Oh, Janice, don't be a silly girl. Of course he loves you.
He does.
Ask him. Ask him, go on.
Do you still love me? I don't hear him answering.
It is something you feel, not hear. Ask him again and wait for the feeling sent you.
Do you still love me? I'm not feeling much.
Close your eyes and imagine him touching your cheek.
Yes. Oh, yes. I feel him.
Let him hold you. Open your arms. Welcome him.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
It is beautiful, yes?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
May I join you?
Yes, please. Oh. He kissed my cheek 6 times.
He loves you.
He does love me. I feel his love. I do. I do.